Westfield, Mass. also hit hard tonight.
Fox Connecticut's George Colley is live in Westfield now with a look at some of the damage there. George.
Well, Brent, Eric, you just heard from Lori and Javon, the destruction, especially there in downtown Springfield. It's no different here in the suburbs and the residential areas. I'm going to take a step aside. Very active scene behind, and this is happening all over Western Mass. I'm in the Feeding Hills section of Agawam. What you're looking at here is a huge pine tree that has fallen on some power. We're hearing about 850 people in this area have lost power. Two of the people that we talked to were a father and a daughter team. The father, he saw the tornado hitting as he was leaving work in Springfield at Mass Mutual, and his daughter saw it right here from her front porch, and here's what they had to say.
I was in the house. I was actually looking out the window. I like to watch thunderstorms. Didn't realize this was not going to be a thunderstorm. So I was looking out the window, and all of a sudden I just see our neighbor across the way's patio umbrella just fly over their roof, and I thought, oh, that might hit a car, and then the tree started coming down, and it became a little more than I thought it was going to be. You know, there is a sound, but it's weird. It doesn't sound anything more than wind. I mean, it was like being in a wind tunnel. It's just like this big whooshing sound all the way around us, and it was over. It lasted about 30 seconds. And I walked out, and I was on the phone with my dad, and I was just like, the trees are gone. Every tree. And we have like 15 or 20 in our backyard, and I think maybe 2 or 3 are still up.
Walking across the parking lot, I looked up to the east and saw a cloud that looked really kind of weird to me, like a triangle. And as I watched, the debris cloud came up, and that's when I realized that we had a tornado, and I grabbed my camera that I carry with me everywhere and started snapping pictures like crazy. Oh, it was incredible. You saw the debris cloud, and then as you watched the debris cloud, you saw large pieces of things just being tossed about and whirling around this big funnel that was in the sky. And I couldn't even identify some of the pieces, but I could see that some of them were fairly large. I have at least 10 trees in my yard that are gone. There used to be a solid wall of trees, pine trees right here. You couldn't see the house next door, and those are gone except for a single tree up front here. So it's just incredible. The trees in the backyard are down with huge balls of dirt and roots. It doesn't look like my place anymore, but it spared the house.
Spared the house. I think there's a lot of stories around Western Massachusetts like that. As we look at the cleanup crews trying to take that tree apart, everybody here in Western Mass is going to have a story after this day. You look back to 1978 in Windsor Locks, people are still talking about that. The same thing's going to happen in these neighborhoods. But as you would expect from good people here from Massachusetts, with all the power out and no television, people all around this neighborhood sitting in their cars to make sure they can listen to that Bruins Stanley Cup game. From Agawam, George Colley, Fox, Connecticut.